Hi everybody, it's your Simmer here. So welcome back to Shipbreaker. Just finished our second shift. We're working on a mackerel. Made enough money. So we are just going to jump back in and continue working on this heavy cargo mackerel. The station hoppers are more challenging. I did talk about in the last episode I'd rather do the heavy cargo than the station hopper, because station hoppers basically are passenger ships instead of cargo ships, so there's more seats involved, there's other things going on. So let me go in here because I'm not sure I got all the lights off. So I'm going to hop inside and then we're going to basically throw the other sets of walls in as well, and then, you know, get to the... Alright, so we did get those off. I don't have that off, though. That will be important. So we want the storage bin sitting. Oh, we got one more. See, those are tricky. And one is 60,000, one's 50,000. So that would be 100,000 that I'd throw in the oven that would be wasted, which would be really, really sad. So we don't want to do that. But anyway, so we're going to hop over here and we are going to start moving things out. Should be able easily to get to salvage level 3 on the ship. That airlock is going to be a nice set of cash for us here. So I'm going to get that moving, get this put away. Going to send the airlock straight on down. That's going to give us almost 500,000 in credits there. Okay. And what we're doing is hoping we don't see red. That means I didn't rush and miss something substantial. Again, you can tell with the extra weight, it's just harder to move. I really want to get to the point where I start upgrading my equipment, because just like any work, when you've had the ability to work with some different equipment, you suddenly realize when you can't and you're starting over, holy moly, is that unpleasant. So there we go. Level 3, all done. We got salvage goal 3. Be awesome if I could get all the way to, you know, salvage goal whatever by the end of the shift, all the way through 5, but I think that might be too much to hope for, because we've got to take the cockpit apart yet, get all that stuff out. But, you know, getting these panels clear is helpful, that's for sure. So we're going to get the light. What do we got? Storage bins, so we're going to get these down. So, should be pretty good. Get things going. Alright, I think I still have things attached. Alright, and here, what do we got? That goes in the furnace. So, and most of the structure in the center will be that way. So I'm going to grab these frames out, because those, oh, I'm not pointing at it, so I didn't actually connect to it. But that will let me get this to the processor. We'll use some of our momentum. So, you know, depending, if you're watching this, if you're a little bit younger, having this will help you understand physics a little bit as far as momentum and motion. So those are all things, like the more you understand what's happening there. Alright, so I am going to take advantage of something here. I'm going to grab this thruster fuel now, and I'm going to bring this up here. I may just leave it. God, I'm worried it's going to float away, though. That's my only problem. Because I'm still not really that empty, so I'd like to not use it right now, because it probably is going to really fill me up a good amount, given that my tanks are small. So even though they usually don't fill things entirely, there may be enough at this point. Alright, let's see. What else have we got? Whoop. Alright, so I can get this from here. So we'll get these over to this side. So again, you know, you're kind of looking at, okay, where is the energy going of this piece before you try to fling it? So that's where physics helps a little bit, because you can kind of tell, and you know, Isaac Newton's got this object in motion tends to stay in motion. You really get to see that take effect here in a low gravity environment, or zero gravity environment really is likely what we've got. So this is an asteroid shard. It's only 242 kilograms, which is not... Okay, so I threw away a repair kit, which is unfortunate. I would have preferred not to do that, so I missed that. It didn't cost me anything, but... Alright, so we're going to grab that light, send it down. I'm going to push my luck a little bit here. Alright, we're going to go get our oxygen now. Yep, I do not. But we'll be okay at this point, because I don't want to use them earlier than I have to, and nothing's incredibly heavy. We're probably going to start hearing the critical beeps here soon, but we're in good shape. Good news is I'm good enough at moving around pretty quickly that I'm usually alright. So there we go. So, again, hopefully we don't lose the thruster fuel. Like, see, like, I don't know where it is. Like, it should be floating around here up above the ship, and now it appears... where'd it go? Shoot. Did I, like, waste it because now it oh, okay, there it is. So, it's still there. Alright. So as long as I'm careful, I should be okay. So let's see. Can I move this? It does look like it is loose. I'm wondering if somehow, because I tried to move the other one and it wasn't cooperating. So the problem with this is I want to get a look and just make sure. I know I took the light out, but just want to make sure there's nothing unexpected. Alright, and this again is big. So you want to be careful with your energy, because otherwise you're fighting things, and then that is what, you know, kind of starts to cause the grapple piece. But, you know, this is where then, like, we keep adding energy to it, and so it moves faster and faster and faster. Alright. So I should be able to get this off the front. Now, this is a point where we will waste some, because glass goes in the furnace. But cutting the glass free usually isn't worth it. Well, wow, 80,000. Maybe it is worth it. So let's see. All right. So we're gonna spend the money to do that. So this is the I think I forget what it is. Is it just a ship saw or the split saw? It's the split saw. That's what it is. So we want to line this up. You know what? Man, do I want to cut this way? I'm worried I'm going to ruin the stuff inside. Oh, actually, I should be okay because I'm clear of the cockpit. But if I cut that up, what we'll do, we're going to lose a little bit, probably. Hitting the wrong buttons, but maybe not. Let's see. Because we're not getting a blink, or it's not telling us, hey, you know, you're losing stuff here and there. Because it won't cut nanocarbon. Okay, so it's giving us that because we don't have the angle. So let me go over here. So this actually isn't bad, because people had talked about how alright, so just to not mess something up, I'm gonna go, come on, give me the grapple. Alright, I'm gonna grapple this, and so that's the thing, like, we're gonna be able to get like 100,000 off of this, And it's not that heavy, so there we go.
Material accepted. Credits assigned.
Alright. This is just nanocarbon, so we'll get that out of the way. It's whoop, 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 whoop. We don't want to lose it. Because you can fling it outside of the bay, and then you're suddenly like, oh my goodness. So let's see.
If you're fixing to dot the I's and cross the T's, you got about 5 minutes to do it. Weaver
So
out.
now we're going to go back to the cutter. We're going to go down here. And then I probably, again, have to do the edge, because we're not going to be able to pull it free. But yeah, what I had read is people are like, oh, it's just not worth it. But since we're not destroying the pieces, it sure is. I mean, $30,000 for a piece of glass. I mean, that's not nothing in the grand scheme of things here. So,
Transferring credits.
you know, saying that we don't want to do that, that seems a little goofy. All right, so we're going to get that moving. So we got 3. Aha, so we did have a part that wasn't. So now I do want to change that. We're going to get this cut, and then we'll get the light off. All right, so we're going to grapple. We're going to pull the light off, because we obviously don't want the light to go. But now this, we can send on its way. And, you know, that'll give us a good hunk, and we should get to salvage level 4. So that'll be the first shift that we've then gone up twice. Question is, can I don't think I can...
Registered. Transferring credits.
Wow, we didn't make it. I really thought that would get us there. Alright, well, hopefully we'll get a few more things done, and we'll be able to get up there. And then getting to level 5 should be simpler, because at one point at the end, we're basically sending the guts of the ship into the furnace, all is kind of one big thing. But we'll get the oxygen here.
Oxygen level stabilizing.
Alright. Alright, so, and the thing too is, I think the 48 includes, like, it's already that we're done. Let's see, what is this? Is that going to move? It is. I just want to make sure that, again, I don't have things... we got something. Oh, that's the thruster fuel. I want to make sure I don't have things that are going to... Again, should go in the furnace or something I haven't split off, but I don't. So again, a little bit of motion still to the side, but you can stop it pretty quick with the grapple.
Processing valuable objects.
Alright, so real close there. Just want to peek up here real fast. Alright, nothing. Because again, we're down to 2 minutes, so there is a little bit of rushing that I'm doing. Because I'm right there on 4. Alright, and then the benefit we have here is now we can start getting all this stuff pulled out. So this stuff, all these parts will go in the barge. And we can do a lot in almost 2 minutes. So we might be able to get most of this cockpit cleared up.
Credits awarded.
Those bins are a lot. Those bins are like 78,000 a piece. The lights, not so expensive, but they're in the way and they're important to get going. So, but there you go, 78,000, and we got 4 of those. So that's going to give us over $250,000 just from that. And this is where it becomes potentially dangerous. If you're not that good of a shipbreaker, you can start wheeling some of these in, and then you crack yourself in the face and you break your helmet and you die, because there's not much you can do when you break your visor. So you got to be careful, especially if those get hung up or something.
Salvage deposit secured.
Man, this is like so close. But we still have the back and whatever. Alright, so we got a light there. So we're going to grab that. So we'll have another shift, but we should be done after the next shift because we really just have these two pieces. We're going to cut this free. Alright, come on. Because that may be... Alright, well, it's not, but... So that's furnace, the other one... But this... Oh, okay, we got to figure out why this is hung up here. It just might need to be pulled out. But I'm thinking in the next shift we'll be good, because we got... you know, we got 88.2% salvage now. But the important thing is almost 2 million, so we were about 1.5 million each shift. And now, there we go. We've got up to a new level. And, you know, we're getting Lynx tokens up there. And we got a repair kit, which is incredibly important. Alright, so again, we're going to lose, you know, the 500,000 plus in our fees.
This is your daily wake-up call.
Okay, so now we get access in the future. We're going to be able to have ships that have some electricity. So, and that could be dangerous, and that could end my position. But we've got a new mackerel type that has hazards. I don't know that I'll worry about that, because they're a bit more challenging to disassemble, but not necessarily worth it. So we'll have to think about that, honestly. Alright, so thinking this will be the shift to get this one done. Alright, I don't think I need anything else.
My distinct honor and privilege to introduce you to the rest of the crew in our sector. Sound off, everyone.
Hey, Rook. Name's Luke. I was the worm until you showed up, so thank you. Now I get to do the hazing. What are you talking about?
Alright.
We don't do that. Welcome
So,
aboard. Don't listen to her.
furnace, alright, that's right, I need... Oh, his radio's not
Your mic's
working
still
real
messed
well.
up.
What? Is it attached to something? What's happening here?
How about now?
Better.
Oh, hey,
There we go.
I'm Kaido.
Alright.
Kai.
Now I don't want it to go to the barge, so I need to stop it.
Yeah, still waiting on the wreck.
Heaven forbid they give us functional gear.
I'm sure they're working on it as fast as they can.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they are. Given that they charge us for oxygen tanks.
It can get lonely out here. Helps to check in with each other from
Alright.
time to time.
So we got that.
Enough chin wagging. Let's get back to it.
I think, alright, I think we got, yeah, we got a light there.
Later, Rook.
So, let's get that. So, you know, and it's part of the storyline. That becomes important, just knowing they're around and whatever. We will be interacting with them here and there. Alright, so that's all furnace. This should be all nano, or nano processor stuff. It is, but this now becomes just a bit of insane challenge because this grapple does not have... Okay, what is happening and why is it not moving? I don't think it's just hanging up on this, but it may be. I'm hoping I can get done in this shift, but I just may not physically be able to move stuff. Ah, alright. So that means it's too heavy to move. Well, that sucks, because if I gotta start slicing it up... Alright, well then I guess, because this is... It's only 40... Man. Let me take a peek, see if there's any way... I don't know that I can break it apart. So it's just too heavy to move. And it is just not doing anything. Okay, so we're gonna have to slice things up, I guess. Which again stinks because we start losing salvage then. So I may actually cut it here because obviously that's gonna weigh a little bit more. But so what we're looking at is then doing that. See, and then we're gonna lose. See, we lost 3,300 in product, so it sucks, like having to do that. But if I can't physically do anything with it, I guess, you know, it is what it is, because there's not a way to cut it apart otherwise. But now, let's see, now I should be able to move it. Oh, they're still attached over here and there. Alright. So, and again, I'm trying to be careful so I don't take out any more than I need to. So that got the bottom part. And then we'll want to do the same thing. And then the hope is, since we've sliced that, that we have enough. See, I'm already, man, this may just take more time because it's going to take more time. Am I stuck up there too? Gosh darn it. God, this stinks. Alright. So much nicer when the equipment works better. So, anyway, alright. So we need to get that. Oh boy, we lost a lot there. It took the whole bar out across the top. Why did it do that? I cut where I needed it. Alright. Now we should be okay, I would hope. So let's see, can I move? Yes, alright. Now it's movable, because it's just not insanely heavy. So we're going to grab it up front there. And again, we can move it, but you can see with the force piece, like, it's still pretty substantial in how it goes. So I'm just trying to make sure it gets in the furnace opening. Alright, that will get it where it needs to be, so while we're floating, it should go in the furnace. There we go. And so now we got salvage goal 5. So that's the highest bonus we can get. Alright. Now I will get the thruster fuel that's been floating around, so I'm only going to buy oxygen here.
Warning. Oxygen reserves critical.
Alright. So I'm going to go do that. And then we've got 2 more pieces to get in the furnace, and 1 nano fibery thing. Alright. So we're going to get this over where we need it. And again, I'm trying to avoid hitting the canister, because then I'm going to lose it. And that, yes, that's a filter that I can't do any... Whoop, whoop, whoop. Actually, I don't think it was moving. I think that was me moving. Oh, see, now this came loose entirely, so that sucks, because it's just going to be more complex and more time-consuming to salvage. But we'll get that there. We'll move that one over. You know, and again, some of this is we need... And yes, you can't get the doors out easily, so that is normal. Now the question will be, can I... So I can't. Alright. So, alright. Well, I know Where's the fuel? I know it's not going to be a full amount of fuel. I gotta be careful that, again, I don't hit myself with this. But if we do that, there we go. See, so we did almost fill ourselves up. So that was why I wanted to keep it empty. Wow. Yeah, this is not moving. So the problem is, I don't know that I can cut this. So I'm not sure if I just have to leave it. I mean, I can grab that one little piece out, but see, it's not gonna split things. So what do I do with this thing? That sucks. I mean, I can take that one piece out and get a little bit more, but I don't know that that's worth it. But it's worth a shot because maybe it will let me, it'll let me move the other one if I don't have this. Like somehow it's just heavy enough with that little bit in there. I don't know, that seems odd. But I just don't remember not being able to salvage this. So that's honestly the challenge here. So, alright, we're going to free that up again. This is really light, so I got to be careful. Alright, almost ended up in the wrong place. See, because my problem is, I think if I try to, like, hit it with the force thing, I think I'm going to end up, like... Yeah, see, I'm just throwing myself. And you can see, like, they're panels. So, I mean, in theory, they would work. Let me go in there and see if there's any cut points. But I would think I could have seen them otherwise. Like, I don't think I can cut these at all. I mean, I can try. No. Alright. Yeah, there's no cut points in here unless they're hiding. No. So we may be stuck at this point because we just can't do anything with it. I mean, the only thing I'm going to try is if I do this and I move. Yeah, see, it won't even let me move this. So I think I am stuck. So we've gotten the max we can. We're just basically scrapping the rest of that, but the key point was to get to 5. And I think what may have happened is by the time I got to this level, maybe I was far enough along that I could improve equipment. But you can't improve anything until you get to like level 5. But what I don't want to do is have to go buy more oxygen, so we'll go take a look, but I think we're all set. So we enter the hab here. So, see, we didn't make enough to not owe money, so we're going to basically increase our debt after this shift, which stinks, honestly. I'm going to take a quick look before I give up.
Cutter 9346-52. Your designated sleep period is
So we're gonna head over here, and we're gonna look at our equipment pieces. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, because we already have those capabilities. There's nothing. We can unlock tethers. Oh, well, if we can unlock tethers, that might be enough then. All right. So, we may go back for a moment. Well, that stinks. I wish I had known that before. Because that's the secret. Alright. So it's going to cost us a bit of money. But now we know. But we won't scrap the ship then. We're going to go ahead and try to finish this off. So what tethers do is they have more capacity. And they let us connect things and pull. And they are awesome. I love them. They are super, super important. So what you do is you basically put it on one end. So we're going to say we're bringing it in there. That's not going to work because it's on the wrong wall. Okay, so let me get over where I can see things a bit better. So if I go there and then go here, I can connect and see, there we go. So I wasted a tether, but that's okay. And I think a package of tethers is 50,000, but this now lets me get everything salvaged. So now I feel better because I'm like, that stinks because there's a lot there. I mean, you can see what the break is. I mean, this is, I don't know that it's going to be 1 million, but it's probably going to be over 500,000. It's possible the tether won't last long enough. It only lasts about a minute, I think. We're able to expand that time later. And when it gets close enough, like now, it probably would get pulled in through the force field. Because at some point, like if you get too far into those areas, you can't get yourself out. Because that's the other thing, like that mini-me, I think says we salvaged 55%. Alright, so the thing is, there's stuff around here still. Let me... okay, because I saw that. You can see there's a gap between the red and the other piece. So in theory, there's stuff floating around here that we can get. That's probably just, yeah, it's a little bottle, so it doesn't honestly much matter, and that we're certainly not seeing. That's not just 100, but it almost makes me feel like, is there something floating around down? Okay, there's a light, so that will give us another 4,000. Are there more things floating around down here? I mean, that did get us a little bit closer. Alright, I want the grappler. Oh, there's a light right in front of me. Because the other piece you end up getting is, you know, it's just helpful if you can make a little bit extra. You know, so the thing is, like, if stuff got flung out somehow, I mean, it's not going to be worth it if I can't find it. Like, that light is on my facility. That's not anything there. But if I flung things and they didn't quite go all the way in and they're sitting along the walls, like sometimes that is what is happening. But I'm not seeing anything up, down, or otherwise. Yeah, that would be like the surfaces are sometimes a bit odd. Nothing there. Yeah, there doesn't appear to be anything, but my point is, like, even going to buy oxygen or whatever, like, it's just not worth it at this point. So I'm spending a little bit of time, like, looking to see if I can figure out what that is. I mean, it looks like it's maybe only a few thousand here and there. But in theory, that means there's something floating around. And later on, we're able to get some, because we've got this, but we can't see much with it. You know, those are just the things in the conveyor behind. You know, all we can see are structural things, so there's nothing structural. But eventually we get to unlock objects, and that helps. Alright, there's nothing visible, so I'm not going to drag this out any longer. We're going to say we're done here. And we'll end this shift, and that will end this episode. So again, we're just seeing how long we can be a shipbreaker without doing poor things, having poor results, and dying. Because once we die, we're done. Oh goodness, really? Ah, that stinks. So I think I ended up costing myself more in debt than I got in salvage between those two, because I think I added like $200,000 or $300,000 to the debt each time, which is really not great. All right, so we're rank 4. We're a little under $1.25 billion, which is progress. It's not great. So you can go all the way up to 30. You don't usually get that far. I think I actually finished everything before I got to level 20, to rank 20. So I assume that will be similar here. But I may make decisions to, like, not work on pieces of ships at some point, though, and grab new ones just to get going, because the goal here is a little bit different. Not necessarily. You know, the challenge will be, there will certainly be some more deliberate work, and that will turn into an extra shift or two per ship, probably, over time. as I'm just trying to be careful to not rush and make a stupid mistake and then kill myself and end the series. But we've made it through one ship, a couple episodes. One of the things I do need to know is, again, would you rather see like hour-long episodes? What would you rather see, those of you that are watching this, so that I know what makes sense? I mean, I think I'm going to start gravitating to that as what I'm doing, and maybe put some of those out for an hour so that people can experience them. Because like the next ship won't be that much more complicated, but like once I start moving up after that and we get out of the mackerel class, it's going to take more than 4 shifts to get things done. So with that, we're going to wrap this up. As always, if you have enjoyed this but haven't dropped a like or are not a subscriber, please consider those things with a small channel like this. Those are greatly appreciated and help expand the reach. And I will see you next time.